I slam the front door open so hard it rattles the picture frames on the wall. My boots are still caked with dust from the Negev desert. My heart pounds in my ears as I storm down the hallway, my hand trembling on the Glock hidden under my jacket. But it's not an enemy combatant I find. Instead, I see her, my wife Lila, bent over our marital bed, her manicured nails clawing at the sheets, her head thrown back as she moans a man's name I don't recognize. Her back arches, sweat glistening on her olive skin, every muscle tensed in pure, unrestrained pleasure. And that's when I realize, this is no nightmare. This is my reality. Why the hell would she do this? Was it because I was stationed in Israel? Did she truly hate me that much? My name is Brandon Holt. I'm a 34-year-old U.S. Army Staff Sergeant, deployed for nearly 9 months on a delicate security mission in Israel. I thought I was protecting freedom, protecting her. Now, standing in this room, I realize I couldn't even protect my own bed. She sees me. Her eyes widen. But instead of shame, there's a flicker of excitement, as if she's turned on by getting caught. The man, muscular, tattooed, with a cocky smirk, doesn't even stop. He looks me dead in the eye and thrusts even harder into her, making her scream louder. What kind of sick power game is this? I drop the Glock. My knees buckle. The room spins. How did I miss all the signs? The late-night yoga classes, the girls' trips that seemed to happen every time I deployed, the way she always insisted on separate bank accounts. She bites her lip and whispers to him in Farsi. I only catch fragments. Faster. Own him, my stupid American soldier. Had she been planning this all along? She crawls off him, sweat dripping from her breasts, and saunters toward me. Her hips sway like she's on a catwalk, her hair a tangled halo around her flushed face. She stops inches away from me, her nipples hard, her breath still ragged from orgasm. You weren't supposed to be home yet, she purrs, brushing her fingers across my cheek. Her nails dig into my skin, a twisted mix of affection and contempt. How long had she been fantasizing about humiliating me like this? Did she even love me at all? Or was I just a golden ticket to America? She turns and grabs the other man's chin, kissing him deeply, her tongue dominating his mouth in front of me. Then she looks back at me and smirks. You thought you were the hero. You're just a prop in my story, she whispers, her voice a venomous lullaby. My brain screams questions I can't answer yet. Who is he? How did she meet him? Did my deployments give her the freedom to transform into this sexual predator? She lets out a laugh that sounds like a war cry. The man smacks her ass, and she moans, arching her back even more dramatically. My stomach twists into knots. Did she ever actually miss me? Or did she crave this, being defiled in our bed while imagining my face twisted in shock? I want to grab her, shake her, demand answers. But all I can do is stare, paralyzed. She turns to me again, her lips wet and swollen. Go ahead, ask me what you really want to know, she teases. I open my mouth, but nothing comes out. Why did I bring her here? Why did I trust her? Why did I think she needed saving from Iran? Suddenly, she shoves me backward. I stumble against the dresser. She climbs back onto the bed, straddles the man, and begins to ride him, tossing her head back. The headboard slams against the wall, the same wall that still has photos of us in happier times. Our wedding, her first snow in America, her hugging my mother. Was all of it fake? She reaches down, grabs his hair, and whispers something that makes him roar with pleasure. I catch a glimpse of her wedding ring, my ring, gleaming under the lamplight as her fingers tighten around his throat. How many times did she do this while I was gone? How many men had she brought into my sanctuary? My rage bubbles up like boiling tar. But deep under that rage, a sick fascination simmers. Why do I still crave her touch, even now? She looks at me once more, her eyes dancing with sadistic glee. Aren't you going to film this? Don't soldiers like souvenirs? My fists clench so tight my nails dig into my palms. Is this the moment I become a monster like her? I don't remember pulling my phone out, but suddenly I'm recording. Her words echo inside my skull. Don't soldiers like souvenirs? I hit record, and my thumb trembles so hard I almost drop the phone. She arches her back like a porn star, riding him faster, her moans blending with his deep growls. He slaps her ass so hard the sound cracks across the room. Her head snaps back, dark hair cascading like a wild flame, eyes rolling up as she screams his name again. Derek. So that's his name. Who the hell is Derek? And why is he so comfortable here, like he's the rightful owner of my bed? She leans down to kiss him, her tongue so deep it looks like she's trying to swallow his soul. Then she pulls back and whispers something into his ear. Derek's lips curl into a grin, and he reaches up, squeezing her breasts so roughly she lets out another shriek of pleasure. Why is this so erotic and repulsive all at once? Why can't I look away? She climbs off him and stands at the edge of the bed, her body slick with sweat, curves glistening like they've been dipped in oil. She grabs a silk robe and lets it slide slowly over her body, as if teasing me. She ties it just loose enough for one breast to peek through each time she moves. She turns her head to me, her eyes gleaming with hunger. You want to know how we met, don't you? Of course I do, but I can't form words. She laughs softly, moving to the vanity. She picks up a tube of red lipstick, painting her lips carefully, each stroke deliberate. Derek stays sprawled on the bed, smirking like a king after a feast. He's my personal trainer, she finally says, dabbing her lips with a tissue. But he trained me in more than squats and lunges. I swallow hard. My mouth is dry as sand. She sachets over to Derek and straddles him again, her robe parting completely now. She pushes his face into her chest, moaning as his tongue flicks and sucks at her nipples. Did you know, she gasps between moans, that he taught me to love pain? That he showed me what real pleasure feels like? Pain. Pleasure. Did she always crave this darkness, or did he awaken it? She throws her head back, her fingers clawing at his shoulders, leaving angry red lines. My stomach flips. You were too gentle, she hisses, glaring at me while grinding on him. Too soft. I needed someone to break me, to own me. I can't breathe. The air feels too thick, like I'm drowning. Isn't it funny? She giggles. While you were playing hero in Israel, I was learning to be his good little slut right here. Each word slices deeper than a bayonet. She slides off him again, her legs shaky, her robe now a useless puddle on the floor. She grabs a bottle of champagne from the nightstand, pops it open, and lets it foam down her chest, over her stomach, dripping between her thighs. Derek lunges forward to lick it off, like a wild animal. What was I to her? A paycheck? A green card? A naive soldier playing at love? She turns to me, champagne dripping from her chin. Ask me something, she dares. Aren't you curious what he does to me when you're gone? I can't stop staring. How did my sweet, shy Iranian bride become this ruthless seductress? Derek stands, towering over her, his abs slick with sweat and champagne. He grabs her hair and yanks her head back, kissing her so hard her knees buckle. She whimpers into his mouth, and he grabs her ass, lifting her effortlessly. She giggles, her fingers digging into his shoulders. Tell him, baby, she moans breathlessly. Tell my pathetic husband what you do to me every afternoon. Derek locks eyes with me, his grin devilish. I ruin her, he growls. Every day, on this bed, your kitchen counter, even your precious shower. She begs for it, cries for it, and I give it to her harder than you ever could. My vision turns red. The room feels smaller and smaller. Why didn't she tell me she needed this? Why did she turn to him instead of talking to me? She runs a finger down Derek's chest, licking off a droplet of champagne. You're wondering why, aren't you? She purrs. Because you're weak. You think love means protection. But real love is surrender. Total, filthy, humiliating surrender. Her words hang heavy in the air, mixing with the smell of sweat and alcohol. Was this all part of some plan? Or did she just lose herself in this twisted lust? She kisses Derek again, then turns and points at me. Watch closely, she orders. Learn what a real man looks like. Derek carries her back to the bed, tossing her down like a rag doll. She spreads her legs wide, inviting him with a mischievous glint. How many more secrets is she hiding? How deep does this betrayal go? She laughs as Derek climbs over her. Why don't you record it all? Maybe you can sell it to your army buddies, she taunts. Why am I still frozen? Why can't I move? She arches her back again, letting out a guttural moan as he plunges into her. My pulse hammers in my skull. What else has she planned for me? How far will she go to humiliate me completely? Derek's chest, panting like a feral animal, her body trembling in aftershocks of forbidden pleasure. I stand there, nailed to the floor, my phone still recording every twisted second. Why did I bring her here? Why did I believe her story about fleeing Iran for freedom? I remember that first day at the embassy. Lila stood behind a plexiglass window, eyes wide, trembling hands clutching her papers. She looked so fragile then. A soft-spoken woman in a hijab, whispering about escaping oppression, about dreaming of a life where she could be free. I had felt heroic. A righteous soldier rescuing a damsel from a cruel fate. How ironic that I thought I was saving her, but maybe I was just unleashing her true self. She played me from day one, didn't she? Brandon, my strong American man, you are my savior, she used to whisper in bed, wrapping her silky legs around my waist. She would arch her back and cry out in broken English, making me feel like I was her entire world. Was every orgasm fake? Every tremble rehearsed? One night, she traced a finger down my chest and said, I want to learn everything about America, about freedom. Now I see it wasn't about freedom. It was about license, the freedom to betray, to lie, to devour. Derek rolls her over, kissing down her spine, his hands sliding between her thighs. She gasps, her voice sweet and poisonous all at once. Do you know, she moans, he helped me plan everything? Even before we married, he told me how to keep assets separate, how to get a spousal visa without risking deportation. My stomach flips again. You think you brought me to America, she laughs, turning to face me over Derek's shoulder. But I brought myself here. You were just the puppet I needed to sign the papers. How many other men had she tried this on? Or was I the lucky winner of her ultimate con? Derek pauses, looks at me and sneers. You're the reason she's so good now. All your training, all your discipline. She learned from you how to plot, how to be patient. And now, she's mine. She giggles, pushing her hips against him. Mine and his, she corrects, licking his ear. How did I let this happen under my nose? Did she ever really want a husband or just a ticket? I remember the first time she moved into my house. She acted shy, almost too shy to undress in front of me. But in the shower that night, she pushed me against the tiles, her wet hair sticking to her skin like black silk. Her lips traveled down my chest, her eyes burning with a hunger I thought was passion. Now I see it was only a test. How easily could she manipulate me? How much power did she hold over my body and mind? She purrs now, tracing Derek's jawline, and smirks at me. You must be wondering when I started seeing him. When I first cheated, right? I clenched my fists so tight my nails cut into my palms. The night you left for your first extended tour in Israel, she confesses. You kissed me goodbye at the airport, and as soon as you boarded that plane, I drove straight to Derek's gym. I didn't even make it through the front door before he had me bent over his car hood. The words hit me like mortar fire. Why didn't I see the signs? Why didn't I question the sudden late-night workouts or her new lingerie sets that I never saw her wear for me? She arches into Derek again, moaning louder as if each confession fuels her ecstasy. Was this all rehearsed? How many times had they practiced this final performance for my benefit? She presses a finger to Derek's lips and whispers something. He grins wickedly, pulling out his phone. He points it at me and starts recording. Smile for the camera, hero, he mocks. Let's show the world what a real cuckold looks like. My jaw tightens. My whole body burns with shame and rage. Is this the moment I finally snap? Or am I still paralyzed by my need to understand her betrayal fully? She pushes Derek onto his back, straddling him like a queen on her throne, her hips grinding as she throws her head back. You thought I was your exotic princess, your quiet little flower, she screams between breaths. But I'm a goddess. I deserve worship. I deserve power. And you gave me that power. Why does her cruelty sound almost poetic to her? How many men had she destroyed before me? She grabs Derek's phone, switches the camera to selfie mode, and holds it so both their faces, twisted in pleasure, fill the frame. She licks his cheek, her tongue snaking out like a serpent. Say hi to your fans, she purrs. We're gonna make so much money off this footage. A new question claws at me. Were they planning to blackmail me? Sell this footage? Or was this purely for their sick pleasure? Derek's hand slides between her thighs again, making her scream out so loud the walls shake. Did she ever plan to leave me alive after this? She tosses the phone aside and looks me dead in the eye. You brought me here. You taught me everything I needed to conquer you. I stagger backward, my mind spiraling into a black hole of horror. How deep does this betrayal run? I don't remember leaving the bedroom. I just remember the cold night air slamming into my lungs as I stumble outside, collapsing on the front lawn like a wounded animal. My head is spinning so violently I nearly vomit on the grass. What did I just witness? How could she be so merciless, so methodical? I replay her words in my mind, each syllable cutting deeper than any blade. You brought me here. You taught me how to conquer you. Was she always this manipulative, or did America just give her the perfect stage? I force myself to stand. My phone vibrates in my pocket. A notification from my lawyer. My divorce papers. She filed them while I was stationed overseas, using the abandonment clause. She's taken everything. My home, my car, my savings. And now she's using her performance tonight to finish destroying what's left of my reputation. I stagger inside. The bedroom door is ajar, and I hear them laughing. Her moans are now a casual background soundtrack, like music in a cheap motel. I press my back against the wall, closing my eyes. Why did I ever believe she needed saving from Iran? A memory flashes. The day we married at the courthouse. She wore a simple white dress, no veil. Her eyes were soft, tearful, or so I thought. She squeezed my hands and whispered, "I owe you my life, Brandon." Did she mean it, or was she already calculating how to gut me from the inside out? I pushed the door open an inch. Derek is sprawled on the bed, smoking a joint. She's straddling him lazily, her breasts bouncing as she rides him with a bored expression. She checks her nails, looking as if she's waiting for an Uber. "Sign the papers, baby." She coos at me, her voice dripping with mock sweetness. "Make it easy on yourself? Or do you want more videos of you watching like a pathetic dog?" My pulse slams in my neck. "After you sign," she continues, "we'll talk about that pension of yours. And the house. Maybe you can keep your uniform. I know you soldiers love costumes." Derek laughs, sliding his hands up her waist. "Tell him about the lawyer," he says. She leans forward, her hair falling around Derek's face. "Oh, right, my sweet, sweet lawyer. You'd love him, babe. He's so gentle in the courtroom, but so rough in the bedroom." "What? My lawyer?" She tosses her head back, laughing so hard she nearly falls off Derek. "Don't tell me you didn't notice," she gasps. "All those delays, the missing paperwork. He was helping me stall so I could transfer all your assets, and you just trusted him like the big dumb puppy you are." My knees go weak again. How could I not see it? The same lawyer I thought was protecting me, advising me to stay calm, to focus on your mission, was in her bed too. I clenched the door frame so hard the wood cracks under my fingers. Was every man around me secretly laughing at me? Was I just the world's biggest fool in uniform? She stops riding Derek and slides off him, standing gracefully. She saunters to the dresser, pulling out my dog tags. She slips them on, letting them dangle between her bare breasts. "You love these, don't you?" she teases, twisting the chain so the metal clinks against her nipples. "They make you feel like a hero. But guess what? No one's coming to save you now." She turns, running her fingers down Derek's chest, then looks at me. "You look pale. Maybe you need some water? Or would you rather watch me get fucked on your military medals next?" Why did I think she was innocent? Why did I think my love could reform her? Derek chuckles and rolls over, lighting another joint. "Maybe he wants a turn," he sneers. "Come on, soldier boy, show us what you got." She laughs again, a cruel, echoing sound that fills the room like a siren. "Oh no, he's too weak. He can't even watch without crying." Is this where I completely break? Or is there a path out of this pit? I stagger backward. She steps forward, her body still glistening, moving with serpentine grace. She leans close, so close I can feel her heat. "Sign the papers," she whispers, licking the corner of my mouth. "Then maybe if you beg real pretty, I'll let you watch me destroy Derek's soul next." My mind races. Is this all just about money? Or did she truly enjoy torturing me this deeply? She pulls away, laughing again, and walks back to Derek. He holds out his arms, welcoming her like a king claiming his concubine. They fall into each other, bodies melting together in another feverish tangle of moans and gasps. What else did she plan? Did she think I'd roll over and die quietly? As she arches her back again, her eyes flicker toward me, challenging me to stop them. Is this finally the spark I need to fight back? 5. I stumble out of the bedroom, gripping the railing as I crawl down the stairs like a ghost. The images are burned into my brain, her breasts bouncing above that bastard, her nails clawing into his skin, my dog tags clinking between them like some sick trophy. Why didn't I shoot them both? Why didn't I end it right then? I crash into the kitchen, grabbing a half-empty bottle of whiskey and chugging it straight from the neck. The burn sears my throat. but it barely scratches the surface of the rot spreading inside me. Did she ever even love me? Or did she love what I could give her? The passport, the house, the shiny new identity. I slumped to the floor, the cold tiles pressing against my sweaty back. I remember our wedding night, her whispering in my ear, "You are my salvation." How many other men did she say that to before me? My phone buzzes again. Another email from the lawyer. Final notice. Settlement offer expires tomorrow. Settlement? Is that what my life is reduced to now, a dollar amount? I take another swig, whiskey dribbling down my chin. Then I scroll through my old photos. Her at the beach in Santa Monica. Her pretending to be shy in a tiny bikini. Her biting her lip with that spark of mischief I thought was love. When did that spark become a wildfire that would consume me? I tap into my security cameras, desperate for anything that makes sense. I rewind weeks of footage, months even. I watch as Derek sneaks into my home while I'm away. I see her open the door for him in lingerie, see her kiss him before he even steps inside. Sometimes she even wears my t-shirt while riding him, laughing as she tears it off mid-thrust. My heart feels like it's splitting open in my chest. Did she plan this from the moment she landed in America? Or did she simply get bored and decide to destroy me for fun? I fast forward to another night. I see her on a FaceTime call, naked, sprawled on the bed. She's talking to my lawyer. "Is he signing yet?" she asks, licking her fingers slowly. "Not yet," the lawyer answers, his voice low and husky. "But he will, once he's broken enough." She giggles. "I can't wait to own everything." My head smashes back against the wall. The betrayal is too big, too dark to comprehend. Why didn't I see this? Why didn't I listen to the little voices that told me she was too smooth, too perfect, too hungry? My hand trembles over my service pistol on the counter. My reflection in the oven glass looks like a stranger. Hollow eyes, a man on the edge. Do I end it now? Wouldn't that be easier? I hear her laugh echo from upstairs. Another moan, another slap. No. I stand up, my legs wobbling, but I force them steady. I pour the rest of the whiskey into the sink, every drop sounding like small nails hitting metal. She wanted me to kill myself. She wanted to inherit everything and play the grieving widow. But what if I flipped the script? What if I stopped playing her pathetic pawn? I open my laptop and start going through my hidden folders. Years ago, before I married her, I set up offshore accounts. I always thought they were just a last resort, a soldier's instinct to plan for the worst. Was this the worst? Or was this just the beginning? I transfer all liquid assets, cancel every shared card, change all passwords, slowly, methodically, like disassembling a rifle. Each click feels like a small victory, a crack of light in a tunnel of darkness. She thinks she broke me. She thinks she owns me. But what happens when the puppet cuts its strings? I gather every recording, all the security footage, her FaceTime calls, her moans, her humiliations. I back them up to multiple drives, encrypt them, and start drafting an email to every major legal office, military contact, and immigration enforcement I know. Why did she think I wouldn't fight back? Did she really think she could outsmart a trained soldier? I look at my trembling hands. The same hands that once lifted her chin tenderly, now moving like cold, precise machines. Upstairs, I hear her laugh again. A high-pitched, triumphant cackle. Do they know I've already stripped them of every dollar? Do they know I've documented every filthy move, every twisted confession? Another question gnaws at me. How will she react when she realizes she's the one who's truly naked and powerless? I close my laptop, adrenaline flooding my veins. For the first time in weeks, maybe months, I feel a twisted, dark joy. She thought she'd scripted the final act, but she forgot. I know how to write endings too. What will she do when she gets the notice? When her accounts freeze? When the lawyer realizes he's been named in a federal fraud complaint? I slide my gun into my waistband and head upstairs, each step echoing like a funeral drum. Is this the moment the hunter becomes the hunted? I stand at the top of the stairs, staring at the bedroom door. My heart is thundering, but my mind feels eerily calm, like the silence right before an IED explodes. Inside, I hear them again. The wet, rhythmic slap of skin on skin, her shrieking cries of pleasure, his low grunts. My finger hovers over the door handle. Why does she sound even louder tonight? Is she putting on a show just for me? I push open the door. She's on top of Derek, riding him with a wild ferocity, her hair flying around her like a black halo. She catches sight of me and laughs, a laugh that sounds like broken glass. "Back for more, puppy?" she pants. "You gonna cry for us again?" I walk in slowly, my hand on the gun tucked in my waistband. But I don't draw it. Not yet. Derek smirks at me, his hands gripping her hips so hard I can see the white marks on her skin. "Guess he likes watching after all," he taunts. She grinds even harder, moaning his name, and then she pauses to look straight into my eyes. "What's wrong? You look pale. Did you finally realize you're nothing but a spectator in your own life?" I take another step forward. "Get off him," I say, my voice low and flat. She arches an eyebrow. "Or what? You'll cry some more? Maybe piss yourself this time?" She starts to bounce again, ignoring me completely, her breasts heaving, her lips swollen and glistening. "You really thought I'd stay loyal to a soft little soldier boy?" She sneers between moans. "I wanted a man who could break me. And you couldn't even hold me down once." Why did I ever think love could tame her? Why did I think marriage would cage this wild creature? I pull out my phone instead of my gun. "Smile," I say. "You're about to be famous." She freezes mid-thrust, her face twisting. "What the fuck are you talking about?" I turn the screen toward her, showing her the endless folders. Security cam footage, bank transfers, FaceTime sex calls with the lawyer. Her face drains of color. Derek tries to push her off, but she clings to him, her nails digging into his shoulders. "Brandon? Baby? Wait," she stammers, her voice suddenly small, quivering. I tilt my head, pretending to think. "You know what's funny? You really thought I'd come home clueless. You thought I was just another dumb jarhead. But I've been gathering this for months." Derek shoves her off him, standing and grabbing his pants. "Man, you're sick," he snarls. "Not as sick as you two," I snap back. "You wanted to ruin me, but you forgot. I'm trained to finish what I start." I press a button on my phone. Emails start firing out, one by one, to military intelligence, to immigration, to federal fraud investigators. Her face twists into a grotesque mask of panic and rage. "Stop! Stop! You can't! I'll lose everything." I smile, a cold, final smile. That's the idea. She lunges toward me, naked and trembling. Her hands reach for my face, desperate, pathetic. "Please, please, Brandon, we can fix this. You can take me back. I'll be yours again. I'll do anything. You want me on my knees? I'll crawl if you want." She drops to her knees, grabbing my waistband, her lips quivering. "Please, let me show you. I can be your good little wife again." How many times did she practice this act? How many men did she beg this way? Derek bolts for the door, but I shove him back. "Going somewhere? You're part of this too." He stumbles, his eyes wild. "She lied to me. She said you were done with her. I didn't know she was scamming you." I laugh, the sound dark and hollow. "You knew enough. You both did." She clings to my leg, her nails digging into my pants, tears and snot running down her face. "I'll do anything. Please, don't send the emails. Don't ruin me." Why does this feel almost sweet now? Why does her sobbing feel like music to my ears? "Tell me," I say softly, leaning down. "Why did you really come to America?" She looks up, eyes red and desperate. I wanted freedom. I wanted power. I wanted to feel alive." "Alive," I echo, tasting the word. "Well, now you get to feel what it's like to lose everything." I shove her off, stepping back. She crawls after me, grabbing at my ankles, her breasts pressed to the floor, looking more like a broken doll than the goddess she claimed to be. Did she really think she could keep the game going forever? Derek is now pounding on the door, begging to be let out. I open it finally. "Get the fuck out," I hiss. He bolts, naked, stumbling down the stairs and out into the night. She remains on the floor, sobbing into her hands. "You'll lose your visa," I say calmly. "ICE will be waiting at LAX tomorrow. Your precious lawyer? He'll be disbarred. And every penny? Gone." She screams, a raw, animalistic wail that rattles the windows. Was this my victory song? Or was this just another chapter of destruction? As I stand over her, I feel something shift inside me. This isn't just revenge. This is liberation. Why didn't I do this sooner? Naked and shaking, her mascara running down her cheeks in thick, ugly streaks. She looks up at me like a dying animal, all the ferocity and seduction gone, replaced by pure, primal terror. "You can't, please. I'll do anything." She sobs, her voice hoarse. "I'll give you every dollar back. I'll sign anything. I'll let you tie me up every night if you want. Just don't send me back to Iran." She crawls forward again, pressing her breasts against my boots, her fingers trembling as they wrap around my ankles. Her lips part, desperate to kiss, to beg, to taste any last shred of power she might salvage. Why do I feel a cold, twisted satisfaction watching her degrade herself like this? Is this who I've become? She starts to kiss up my leg, her tongue wet and frantic, as if she believes she can lick away her crimes. Brandon, please. I'll be your slave, your dog, your whore. Just don't let them deport me. I grab her hair, pulling her head back hard enough to make her gasp. You thought you could use me, use America, and walk away with my life in your purse? Her mouth hangs open, her breath ragged, her eyes wild. Answer me. I bark. She whimpers. I thought you were too naive, too soft. I thought you loved me too much to ever fight back. I lean closer, my fingers tangled in her hair, my mouth inches from hers. You were right about one thing. I did love you. I would have burned the whole world for you, but you chose to become my enemy. Her eyes dart frantically, searching for mercy, for an escape that isn't there. Please, please, I don't want to go back. They'll kill me. They'll stone me for this. Good, I whisper. Maybe they'll finally teach you what loyalty looks like. She lets out a guttural wail that tears through the house. In the distance, I hear sirens. The first wave of ICE agents, no doubt. I sent them everything. Proof of fraud, visa manipulation, her secret recordings. They'll be here any second. I toss her aside like a used rag. She scrambles to the window, trying to see if she can run, but it's too late. Red and blue lights paint the walls as shadows move across the lawn. Please, please, Brandon. I'll give you a baby. I'll make you dinner every night. I'll even let you bring in other women. Whatever you want. Why did she think words could save her now? She claws at the window frame as agents burst through the front door, their heavy boots stomping across my hardwood floor. Derek's long gone, his naked ass probably sprinting through the neighborhood like a stray dog. The agents grab her roughly, forcing her arms behind her back. She screams, thrashing, her legs kicking wildly, her body exposed and pathetic under the harsh flashlight beams. As they drag her past me, she twists her neck, her eyes locking onto mine one last time. Brandon, help me. Please. I love you. I tilt my head slightly, watching her with cold amusement. You love no one but yourself, I say, and now you'll have to survive with only that. They yank her out the front door, her cries echoing through the neighborhood. I walk to the living room, sinking into the old leather chair she once curled up in with hot chocolate, pretending to be my sweet, shy wife. I light a cigarette. I haven't smoked since basic training, but tonight it feels earned. Through the window, I watch as they shove her into the back of a van, her hair whipping in the wind, her face contorted in a mask of primal terror. The agents drive off. Just like that, she's gone. I lean back, feeling the smoke fill my lungs. The house is eerily silent now. No more moans, no more humiliating laughter, just me and the quiet. I glance at the folder on my laptop, all the footage, the confessions, the bank transfers. I send a final copy to military intelligence, ensuring the lawyer faces justice too. One last loose end tied. Did I lose myself in this revenge? Maybe. But in that loss, I found something else, a raw, untamed power she never imagined I had. I stand, walking through the house slowly. Each room feels like a fresh wound and a victory lap all at once. My medals gleam under the hallway lights, untouched, untainted. At the dining table, I pick up the wedding photo of us. Her eyes, so dew-like and innocent. Mine, so hopeful. I crush the frame in my fist. The glass shatters, slicing my palm, but I don't even flinch. Some wounds are worth the blood. What did I learn? That love without loyalty is a loaded gun pointed at your own heart. That some people don't want to be saved. They want to devour you, hollow you out, and wear your skin like a trophy. As I watch the final embers of her presence flicker and die, I feel something I haven't felt in months. Peace. She thought she was the spider. She thought I was the fly. But in the end, she forgot one thing. I'm a soldier. I was born to fight. And she? She was just another enemy on the battlefield. I pour myself a final whiskey, raise it to the empty room. To survival, I whisper. Then I drink deep.